So you're trying to figure out if you should move to Frisco or Flower Mound or maybe even McKinney. Now picture this. You are driving all around in circles in North Dallas and your GPS is spinning and you're thinking, do you want the city that feels more like a country club, the one that smells like fresh flowers and good schools, or the one where everyone seems to own both a golf cart and a Tesla? In today's video, we are breaking down 3 of DFW's most talked about suburbs, the ones that everyone swears are perfect for families, but in very different ways. Frisco's got the buzz, McKinney's got the charm, and Flower Mound's out here quietly flexing that lakeside lifestyle. We're gonna compare schools, housing, traffic. Yes, Frisco drivers, I am looking at you, and what kind of vibe each city really gives off when you live there on a day-to-day basis. So grab your Diet Coke or your iced coffee and your notebook in case you love taking notes, because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which one fits your kind of Texas dream. What's up, everybody? My name is Kristen Carpentier. I'm a licensed realtor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and I love helping people find their dream homes here in the Dallas, Texas area. So if you have any questions at all about any of the suburbs I talk about here on my channel, don't hesitate to reach out. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, reach out to me, and I would be more than happy to help you find that perfect spot here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So yeah, let's get into it. Frisco might be that overachiever with the shiny stadiums and top-rated schools, but McKinney is more of that artsy old soul with historic charm and big front porches. And Flower Mound, well, let's just say it is effortlessly pretty, the one that somehow balances family life, nature trails, and Whole Foods runs. But which one actually fits your life? That's what we are diving into today. We're gonna look at what it really costs to live in each city, not just the home prices, but the lifestyles, how the schools stack up, and which districts parents rave about the most. Commute times, parks, and what your weekends would actually look like living there. And finally, the personality check, because yes, each suburb has a very specific vibe. So let's kick things off with a quick overview of where each city is on the map, how they've grown, and why families keep moving there year after year. Because living in North Dallas is where the suburbs aren't just suburbs. They're mini kingdoms, each with their own personalities, their school district drama, and real estate bragging rights. All right, well, let's start up north with the city of Frisco, because honestly, Frisco always is starting the conversation these days, and it is the fastest growing and flashiest of the bunch. But the traffic, I mean, let's be honest. Frisco traffic has peak diva behavior, and not in a good way, between construction cones and toll roads that seem to charge you for simply existing. Getting anywhere during rush hour can feel like a part-time job. Families commuting to Dallas or DFW Airport quickly learn that that supposed 30-minute drive away really means 30 minutes without traffic, which of course never happens. But hey, that's the price of living in one of DFW's hottest zip codes. Just budget a few extra minutes and maybe a few extra bucks if your daily routine involves merging onto the Dallas North Tollway. And if you live on the northeast or northwest side of Frisco, your commute will be quite a bit longer. All right, but despite that traffic, Frisco is the suburb that never sleeps. It is sleek, it's polished, and it is constantly under construction. Frisco has a population under construction, also going to be known as Fields West. And even more are surely still to come. So if you like energy, top schools, and every modern convenience within 5 minutes, Frisco is your high-performance SUV of suburbs. It is the shiny, fast, and always going to be a little bit extra. Now, let's jump into the city of McKinney, which is just on the east side of the city of Frisco. In fact, it borders it just to the east. So think of McKinney more like Frisco's artsy cousin who wears that vintage denim and actually enjoys taking things a little bit slower. And if you're a family wanting to move to McKinney, it's basically heaven for every soccer mom who lives for Starbucks runs and Target therapy, with over 235,000 residents spread across 67 square miles. So roughly approximately the same size and population of the city of Frisco. The city of McKinney, though, is packed with beautiful neighborhoods, top-rated schools, and enough turf fields to keep every kid in cleats year-round. So just kind of picture this. Your lattes in hand, the SUV loaded with snacks, and a quick stop at Target, of course, before the next game, all in a city that somehow feels small-town cozy while giving you every suburban convenience that might be imaginable. But McKinney's location is kind of a love story with its own traffic issues, of course. You've got Highway 380, which is the unofficial patience tester of North Texas. What should be a major east-west route has become a daily parking lot thanks to the explosive growth that they're having on the north part of the Metroplex around there. So expect bottlenecks, endless stoplights, and more brake lights than the scenery right now, especially during rush hour. And Highway 75, which is more over on the east part of McKinney, is not going to be for the faint of heart. It is the main artery into downtown Dallas, which means everyone and their carpool buddy is on it at the same time. So between construction zones, merging chaos, and those why is traffic stopped again because there is no accident, well, it is a test of patience and, of course, your morning caffeine levels. So once you've passed the city of Allen and Plano, it might be opened up by then, but you've already finished your coffee and your will to want to commute any further. And finally, the Sam Rayburn Tollway, which is on the south side of McKinney. It is a bit like playing Choose Your Own Adventure, except every single option costs a few bucks and still ends in more traffic. The tollway is smooth and fast when it is behaving, but once you hit that rush hour, expect the great North Texas shuffle of break, tap, coast, and repeat. It's convenient, sure, but you can reach the legacy area of Plano in maybe 20 minutes and DFW in, maybe 40-ish, depending on where you're coming from in the McKinney area. But between toll tags and taillights, you are definitely gonna earn that Starbucks stop on your way into work. Now, families love that McKinney still feels like a hometown escape. Just know that your podcasts and playlists will become your new best friends on your commute in the morning and in the evenings to and from work. So McKinney's charm is all about its roots, with brick streets, historic homes, and that small town community vibe that somehow still exists, even with the amount of people living there. The schools in McKinney are solid, the homes are gorgeous, and the pace feels a little bit more intentional. It's where you go when you love the city, but you want to feel like you have actually gotten to leave it behind. And then there's the city of Flower Mound. It is further to the west side of Frisco and sitting gracefully between Grapevine Lake and Lake Lewisville, and in a world of its own just outside of all the chaos of the Metroplex. And if you're commuting from Flower Mound, it could be a bit of a juggling act, with rush hour feeling a little bit more like a slow crawl through suburbia's greatest hits, brake lights, your coffee, and that one guy who is always cutting in at the last second. So getting to the DFW airport isn't bad from the city of Flower Mound. It's gonna take you maybe 15 to 20 minutes when the traffic gods are merciful. But heading into Dallas or Fort Worth, that's when things are gonna get personal. Between the 121, the 114, and that Grapevine bottleneck, you're gonna question every life choice that led you onto this road at 7:45 a.m. But hey, once you finally make it home to your quiet tree-lined street by the lake, you'll remember just why you put up with it in the first place. Now, Flower Mound is polished but peaceful. It's a smaller city of the three that we are talking about today, with only around 81,000 residents, all within 45 square miles. The city has great schools, tons of green space, and lake views that could honestly just really not get enough credit. Frisco is more of that high energy achiever, and McKinney is the nostalgic dreamer, while Flower Mound is the balanced one who's more figured life out. You get beauty, location, and just enough sophistication without the constant buzz. So we got three suburbs, all top ranked, all family favorites, but three totally different lifestyles. Now let's talk about what everyone really wants to know. How far does your dollar actually go in each of these particular suburbs? Because on paper, they might all look affordable for Dallas, but the vibe and the value can feel widely different once you actually start house hunting. Now, Frisco is kind of like that friend who always shows up a little bit overdressed. Everything here is brand new, it seems, perfectly landscaped, and just a little bit more expensive than you had actually planned for your budget. The median home price floats right around $700,000 currently, but let's be honest, most families end up paying closer to $900,000 once you factor in these particular, we just wanted a bigger yard type of upgrades. And if it's new construction that you're looking for, it's probably pushing further up into at least the $1 million price range if you are wanting a single family home. Now in Frisco, you are paying for the schools, the safety, and the convenience of being in the center of everything. It is flashy, it's a little polished, and people actually love that about it. So if you're the kind of person who wants a Starbucks and a Topgolf and their Target within a 10-mile radius, and you secretly love getting those HOA newsletters, well, Frisco is going to be your place. Now, McKinney, on the other hand, is going to bring you that little bit more of a storybook feel and a slightly lower price tag to match. The median prices do hover around $500,000, and you can still find beautiful neighborhoods with lots of character. You'll get bigger lots, mature trees, and homes that feel like they belong to an actual town, not just a master plan. McKinney is where you're going to find a lot more options for new construction compared to Frisco, and with much better price points. Of course, McKinney has a lot more room to spread out, so those more affordable new construction options could make you think twice, though, if you need to actually commute anywhere for work. And on top of it, some of the new master plan communities in McKinney do have the MUD or the PID tax. So overall, you still have some great options in McKinney and some of the lowest tax rates in the DFW area. But in some of the areas further out of town where you get more of that slow country lifestyle that you might be craving is where you could run into some of those additional taxes if you do not ask the right questions up front. So if some of these things are of concern to you when you are moving here from out of state, we'll reach out so that we can have those types of conversations and make sure that you understand what you might expect before actually purchasing a home here. So essentially, by living in McKinney, you might give up that Frisco flash, but you also do gain a little bit more breathing room, both literally and financially. Think front porch living over 5-lane intersection living. All right, next up is the city of Flower Mound. We think of it like that quiet luxury suburb that sits right in the middle, both geographically and financially. The median home prices sit around the low $600,000 range, but the vibe does feel a touch more established. And if you're looking for new construction, well, your choices are limited and the price tag is high. Now, living in Flower Mound is where moms put on their yoga pants and they head out for a hike around the lake. But you still have that perfect mix of polished and peaceful. It's where you find custom homes tucked behind lots of trees, plenty of parks, and a lifestyle that feels a little bit more laid back, but still upscale. And those lake views, it's enough to make every weekend feel like a little bit more of a mini vacation. So with your latte in hand as you drive down one of the many tree-lined streets or on your golf cart zipping to practice, you're surely going to pass plenty of your neighbors who actually wave because their kids probably are on your kids' teams. So if you're craving some space, style, and a little bit of sparkle without the Dallas chaos, well, Flower Mound's your kind of fancy. So plus, with its rolling hills and easy airport access without the traffic or the hype, Flower Mound might just be the sleeper pick of North Dallas. So let's see. We have Frisco as the splurge, McKinney with the value, and Flower Mound for the balance. But cost isn't going to be everything, especially if you've got kids in school or you're planning for resale. Now, next up, let's kind of break down some of the schools, the lifestyle, and the kind of community culture that you can expect in each one of our suburbs, because that's where the families really make their decision. All right, if you have spent more than 5 minutes researching North Dallas suburbs, you've probably realized that every city claims to have top-rated schools. And here's the thing, they're not wrong, but the experience, the competition, and the culture inside all of those schools, well, that's where the differences really do start to show a little bit more. And if you're a family moving here with kids, that's what really factors in a lot of the decision making. Now, Frisco ISD is massive and one of the fastest growing and most well-funded districts in all of Texas. It's known for its small school model, meaning that instead of one giant high school with 5,000 kids, we have a lot of those around here, you get a bunch of smaller ones with closer-knit communities. And academically, Frisco does perform near the top statewide, and the extracurriculars are also next level. From everything from broadcast studios, you name it, Frisco is going to have it. But make no mistake that this is a district that does run on high achievement. There is a very healthy dose of competition, and a lot of parents here love that structure and the energy that they find in Frisco ISD. Out of the 3 different school districts I am talking about today, Frisco is the only one that does offer the International Baccalaureate program. It does have one for kids in their final 2 years of high school that they have to apply for, and a primary years program for students in K through 5th grade. Both have an admissions process, but if education is high on the list, this could definitely be something that you might want to consider. And Frisco ISD also does offer a lot of AP class options, dual credit through Collin College, and a career and technology education center too. So tons of options within Frisco ISD, the main difference being the IB program. So basically, if your kid does thrive in a very busy, ambitious environment, Frisco is going to feel like home. If you'd rather things slow down a little bit, well, you might prefer what is next. and that is McKinney ISD. It has that hometown vibe that parents in Texas love. The schools are strong, typically A or B plus rated, but the focus leans more on community and individuality than intensity in McKinney. You still get excellent academics and solid athletics, but you also get teachers who've been there for years and kids who grew up together from kindergarten through 12th grade, and you really don't see that much of that anymore these days. The high schools also offer AP class options and dual credit through Collin College as well, and just like Frisco, they have their own CTE center. But for those that are living in McKinney, it is less about winning state and more about raising well-rounded kids. You can feel the difference in McKinney. It has a family-first energy and not just a scoreboard energy. Now, the city of Flower Mound falls under the Lewisville Independent School District, and this district doesn't always shout its success, but it probably should. It is consistently ranked among the best large districts in all of Texas, especially for college readiness, advanced programs, and teacher stability. You're going to find a strong mix of academics, arts, and athletics, but what families really love is the balance here. Kids here get opportunities to shine without having to feel burnt out. And with two powerhouse high schools within the city of Flower Mound, we have Flower Mound High School and Marcus High School. There is plenty of school pride without the intensity of constant expansion like you do see in Frisco. Now, both high schools do have their own separate 9th grade centers to kind of help create a more focused and supportive environment for the transition of the students into the high school. And the smaller, more focused scale can help be a little bit less intimidating and more comfortable for a lot of the students that will give them that little bit of extra year buffer in between their middle school years and their high school years. And of course, the schools in Flower Mound also offer AP classes, dual credit opportunities through NCTC and CTE pathways, and opportunities to get involved with plenty of sports clubs and programs in the schools. Now in Flower Mound, the school district is also kind of like a city in itself. It is confident, it is consistent, and it is quietly elite. But remember, school ratings are just numbers. What really does matter is how it feels when your family actually lives there on a day-to-day basis. Now let's get into a little bit more of the lifestyle in each of the three suburbs, the commutes, the shopping, things to do, and the overall vibe of each of the suburbs. Because education might bring you here, but it's lifestyle that is going to make you want to stay. Now, once you've kind of checked off the schools and the housing, what really separates these cities is the day-to-day rhythm that you're going to find there. The parks that you take your kids to, the places you grab dinner on a Friday night, and the kind of people that you end up getting to call your friends. Because each of these suburbs has its own pace and its own personality. Now, Frisco is more known for its big energy all of the time. Everywhere you look, with all the new construction, shiny restaurants, high-end gyms, and a youth sports field for every single possible age group, you can watch the Dallas Cowboys practice at the Star, you can catch an FC Dallas soccer game at the Toyota Stadium, or you can hit a round of golf at the PGA or two. Now, regardless of what you're into, they have it in Frisco. And soon to come is going to be Universal Studios and the Fields West for more of your working, dining, and your shopping adventures. Frisco is going to be that go suburb where parents are juggling everything from soccer tournaments, new business ventures, and of course, their Target runs. I mean, I tell you what, if you're a mom with kids, you're going to be living in Target, I feel like. And all of that is going to be happening in one weekend. You'll find tons of families who have moved here from other states, people who like things organized, fast, and full of opportunities. It's kind of like living in a city that runs on your cold brew or your Diet Coke and the community pride. So if you love being in the center of the action, Frisco is that high achiever energy, and it is going to be contagious. All right, now McKinney, though, on the other hand, does move at its own pace, and that's kind of exactly the point. The historic downtown feels straight out of a Hallmark movie, and the community events here still matter a lot. From neighborhood block parties and hometown parades to farmers markets and art walks. Friday night lights in McKinney are a community pastime as well, so don't even think of going to bed early on a Friday night during football season. Families in McKinney do tend to stay put. You're going to meet people who have been in the same neighborhood for 10, 15, even 20 years. It's the kind of place where neighbors wave, kids actually play outside, and people genuinely know the school mascot, and it's probably their neighbor. So if you crave warmth, tradition, and just a touch of nostalgia, McKinney's your comfort zone in the middle of suburbia. Now, Flower Mound is going to be all about balance, like I've said before. You've got the calm of the lake life, the polish of master plan neighborhoods, and the convenience of being near to both Dallas and Fort Worth without having to be right in the chaos of either one. Now, Flower Mound is family friendly, it is polished, and it is quietly upscale. You will see a lot of SUVs and Teslas, sure, of course, but you'll also find people paddleboarding and mountain biking along the lake before work and even walking to local wine bars on the weekends. Now, Flower Mound is a little bit more peaceful without being sleepy and classy without trying too hard. Flower Mound is that rare sweet spot between busy Frisco and the laid-back life of McKinney. So let's sum up those type of vibes. We got Frisco being more ambitious and the adrenaline junkies that are living over there. We have McKinney being more heart and heritage, and then we have Flower Mound a little bit more calm and connection. Each of these suburbs is going to offer a different flavor of family life done right. It just kind of depends on what kind of energy that you want to wake up to every single day. So to wrap all this up with who each suburb is really best for, sometimes it's not about which city is better, it's more about which one is right for you. Now, because here's the truth, there is no one-size-fits-all suburb here in North Dallas. Each of these cities do shine for different reasons, and choosing between them really does come down to you and your particular family. Now, Frisco is going to be more of that bold one, the place that people want, the newest, the biggest, the best, and aren't afraid for a little bit of competition. It's high performing, well planned, and constantly evolving. So if you're chasing opportunities, this is going to be the place that never stops running. Now, McKinney, though, is going to be for those who want more of a community that feels familiar. It's walkable, it's warm, it's just a little bit slower in the best ways. You'll still get great schools and amenities, but you'll also trade some buzz for belonging, and it's comfort with character. Now, Flower Mound, though, it does blend that calm of nature with the convenience of the suburbs. It is sophisticated, but more grounded. It's perfect for families who want a sense of peace without giving up the access to the city. It's where the lake views meet the great schools, and it all just feels a little bit more easy. But at the end of the day, families move here for the same reasons: better schools, more space, and a great quality of life. But it's the feel of the city that really is going to make it home. So whether you're drawn to Frisco's ambition, McKinney's heart, or Flower Mound's harmony, there's a community here that is going to fit your version of perfect. Now, of course, you can always find some great pockets in each of these particular cities that will stand out and give you exactly what you might be looking for. But on a daily basis, while you're running the kids to and from school and cheer practice, you're going to find out exactly what I have been talking about. And if you're not exactly sure which suburb might be right for you, well, that's why you contact me. And of course, as a local real estate agent, I love helping families relocate here to the Dallas Metroplex, because the pros and the cons of all of these different suburbs helping you find the perfect home here in North Dallas is what I am most passionate about. So if you found any of this video helpful, and maybe hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I am dropping new content every single week about what it's like living here, and I want you to get the best bang for what you might be out there searching for when making that move here to the Dallas area. So whether it's Frisco or Flower Mound or even the city of McKinney, there is one thing for sure that you are going to absolutely love calling the North Dallas area home. And until next time, take care.